everybody. I'm Kenny Harrell. I've been for 20 years trying to come up with an adjustable slate type call. For 25 or 30 years I've been making coffin shaped slate type calls, and I just recently had an idea about this thing, and I really have come up with I call it Kenny's adjustable coffin call. And a good friend of mine, a collector, suggested I call it the flock. I have a patent pending. I've applied for a patent on this, and I just think it's fantastic. Now, I've designed this thing to where the striker fits in the call. I have a tuning peg here, a dowel, and the dowel just simply fits up under the flange. This is a spring-loaded design. It's not glued down in any way. Okay, and I have three basic settings here: old, medium, and young. And you can very easily, simply, for sure, the further you move it up towards the slate, the higher pitch it becomes. And you can very easily get 7 turkeys here, and you can actually get an old gobbler if you get the cadence right also. But you got the old, then you have at least 2 settings in between each one of these, old, medium, and young, which is a total of 7 turkeys, okay? And now, I've always sat down when I was calling, and I've always liked all kinds of slate type calls. The sound I like better with a little contact with the body some way, okay? Okay, and I've always, any kind of slate type call, I've always placed it against the inside of my leg. I prop my gun up, and I have absolute control, okay? But this is old hen. I'm going to move it all the way to the other extreme to be sure that you can hear the difference. Real high pitch young turkey, and medium all the way back down to old. Now you can get a pretty reasonable gobbler yelp to stay down here on the old hen and just slow the cadence down a little bit with very light touch and get a real raspy call. Old gobbler, okay? It's the same setting. The hen's a little snappier, quicker. Cluck, purr. Fantastic, okay? At least 7 settings there. And then if you change your cadence up, you can get 8 very easily to get the gobbler with the slow cadence. Now, you don't have to go pay money to get a fighting purr. Just take my call, get your 2 strikers. Now you do that, and put your call down and cock your gun, because if he's in a fighting mood, he'll come run over you, okay? But I'm just really tickled to death this call. Again, I call it Kenny's adjustable coffin call. It's the flock. A good friend of mine, collector, suggested I call it the flock, mini turkeys, and that's exactly what we have here, okay? And I'm going to go through a few series of calls. This is a good example here. You can easily do 2 different turkeys talking at the same time. Old hen, okay? Then you can ease up here and change your setting. Move this back down. Okay. But you can vary and change this just numerous ways, okay? And then again, I got the striker incorporated here in the design of the call. You have to kind of take a look. You got the 5/16 hole here for the dial on the end. And then you got the tuning peg, and I highly suggest that you keep the tuning peg in the call like this. That's the way it takes all the pressure off the call. Also, I forgot to mention here that you leave this completely closed, and did a great tree yelp in the morning when they're waking up. Great call. Fantastic call. I'll have a few of these on eBay at very reasonable prices, so y'all watch for them. Thank you.